December is often the craziest month of a budget, and today I'm breaking it down to show you how we're planning to spend our income for this month of December. Hey guys, I'm Marissa and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am currently an expecting first-time mom, and I also have a huge passion for budgeting and accomplishing financial goals. So here on my channel, I'm sharing all about my life and my pregnancy journey, and also incorporating how I'm doing it while still being mindful of my budget. So today's the breakdown and plan for our December budget. If you're interested in getting the budget template that I'm using today, you can actually get it on my Etsy shop for just a few dollars. It's fairly inexpensive. I will have a link to it in the description box down below so you can check it out. Okay, so month of December, we are having Christmas and it's the last month of the year. I've had some big financial goals that we've wanted to accomplish this year and it's been a lot of fun. So here's how we're breaking it down. So first off, I have Jacob's income and my income, and this is from our day jobs, and I have that individually blocked out just for privacy, but I do show you side hustle income, and that is with my business here on YouTube of my YouTube business. The Budgeting Wife is what it's called. So I plan to bring home $3,650 for my business this month, which is a pretty great month for us. And then we have other income, and this is all of our credit card rewards. So my husband and I use credit cards responsibly, and we purchase a whole bunch, most things on our credit cards, and we just pay them off in full every single month to be able to get the benefits of using credit cards. So we have one card that gives us 1.5% cash back, and what we do with that is at the end of each year we cash that out and we use it as our Christmas fund. And so I expect that we'll have about $375 in that balance to be able to put towards Christmas. So I'll be pulling that out for the month of December. And so our grand total for the income that we plan to bring home this month is $9,095. So now to show you where we plan to allocate every dollar in our budget. The budget that I use is a zero-based budget, which means that all of our income equals all of our expenses or savings. So every dollar gets a name. So first off, we have this blacked out section, and this is giving. So my husband, Jacob, and I are Christians, and we believe in tithing, giving to our church and other organizations, and that's always a first priority in our budget. So we have that blocked out for privacy though, but that's what those lines are. Next, we have our mortgage, and our mortgage this month, as per usual, will be $2,398.60. We then have to pay an HOA, which is $121.46, and the HOA covers all of our landscaping for our neighborhood, for our yard, as well as our whole neighborhood and all the parks in the area. So I really don't have a problem with paying it, because I think that it's just valuable to have your house looking good and also to have everyone else's houses looking good in your neighborhood. The next line item that I have is water and sewer. And so for the past couple months, my husband and I just recently moved into this house. And so we are first-time home buyers, and we're trying to figure out how much this is all costing. And so I was expecting to spend around like $300 a month on house utilities. And now that we've had a couple months under our belt to see what we've been spending, I can now budget like per utility item and break it out so I know what to expect. So I think that we'll have about $130 in water and sewer. I'm surprised that that is like the biggest utility bill that we have. I'm shocked at how much water costs. But the next item that we have is natural gas, and so this is the heat for our house, and that should be around $40. We then have trash service, which is always $35.64, and then electric should be around $40. Since we use natural gas, electric is just literally any lights that we live on in our house. Internet is $39.99 each month. And then our phones should be around $108. This is for my cell phone and Jacob's cell phone, and we pay our families. We're on our families plans, individuals, like with our separate families, and so we just pay our parents for our portion of our phone bill. Next we have is insurance, and that is $160.13, and this is for our car insurance. So our house insurance and also taxes and everything is included in that monthly mortgage payment, and so that's just one big lump sum. So this is just strictly for our cars. Next we have is groceries, and we plan to spend $300 on groceries. I am pregnant, like I said, and due in May of 2020, and Initially, we've always really spent like $250 a month on groceries, but since I've been pregnant, and especially getting through that first trimester, there were a lot of things that I either really wanted to eat or just was not feeling, and so I was super picky about the food that we were eating. So we just decided to increase our grocery budget a little bit more so that I could just eat whatever I felt like eating at the time, just so that I could choke something down. So $300 is what our grocery budget is for this month, and then we have $100 allocated for eating out. Next we have is gas, and that is $150 for both of our cars, and most of the driving that we do is just to and from work. And then we have a Roth IRA that we put $200 a month into as we are saving up for retirement. We also contribute to retirement from our employers with a 401k and a 403b. So this is just an additional investment that we are using to put to saving for retirement. Next we have is fun. We put $50 a month into our fun category if we decide to do something enjoyable, and it'll come out of the fun category. And then we have miscellaneous, which is $100. You always need a miscellaneous category in your budget because there's always something that comes up that you weren't planning for, and having a miscellaneous category just allows you to put it somewhere, and so that's what the miscellaneous is for. So total for all of our normal expenses is $4,881.82. So now to move into the fun part, and this is our savings items and our financial goals. So like I said, we are expecting a baby, and we've also recently become homeowners, and with that we've realized that we wanted to increase our emergency fund. So previous to moving into a house, we had $10,000 saved in an emergency fund, and that was about like 5 months of expenses for us while we were renters. But now that we are expanding our family and our homeowners, we want to have an extra large cushion. So our goal is to get to $25,000, which is about like 7 months of expenses of being homeowners. So we are working on fueling that emergency fund as soon as possible. I'm hoping that we'll be done with it by like February or March, so we should be close. I do have our balances for these funds blocked out because I haven't shared my October, or man, we're flying through the months. I haven't shared my November budget report video yet, so once I do, then you can see what our balance is in all of our funds. But until then, it's blocked out. So the emergency fund, we are putting $2,793.18 to our emergency fund, which is a great amount, and hopefully we can sustain that and get that goal finished here soon. Then we have our personal money. So Jacob gets $100 of personal spending money, and I also get $100 of personal spending money. And this is just money that we each get, and we don't have to ask each other about like purchasing something. We just have the money sitting aside, and if I'm at Target and I see something that I like and Jacob doesn't want it, it doesn't matter because I can just get it because I have my own money. So that's what that money is for. And we decide to keep that in a fund because we can decide to either spend it or save it that month. The next line item that we have is extra giving. We put $50 a month into an extra giving fund, and this allows us to say yes to giving opportunities when they come up, which is really fun and makes it really easy. And so this is something that we just continue to always incorporate in our budget. We have a vacation line item, but we are not putting anything into vacation right now as we are saving for having a baby here soon, and we don't really have anything planned for vacation. Until then, we aren't putting money into vacation, especially as we're trying to finish that emergency fund. The next line item that we have is Christmas, and so we have been normally putting $20 a month into the Christmas fund, but like I said, we got that $375 from our credit card rewards that we'll be putting there as well, so we'll be putting $395 this month into the Christmas fund. Next we have is car maintenance. We put $75 a month into car maintenance fund so that if something goes wrong with our car, we have the money sitting aside and can get that repair done with no issues. Then we have house maintenance, and we're putting $100 a month into house maintenance right now. Once we finish the emergency fund, I would like this to go up to about $330 a month into house maintenance so that we can save for those things long term. But this is really just to cover things that are happening right now that we may need to maintain. As we have only been here for a couple months, we are still realizing like there's things that we need for the house that we don't have right now. And we're really trying to not buy into that and just like, make do with what we have, but I do realize that there are like certain necessities that we do need. So we are allocating a little bit to that. But once we are able to finish our emergency fund and put like $300 a month into that house maintenance fund, we'll be able to save for bigger long-term repairs down the road that we'll have to have, like, replacing a water heater or some of those big things. We'll have the money hopefully set aside, ready to go for when that happens. Then we have $100 into our household budget. And this is more household supplies, and so things like paper towels, toilet paper, even things like medications, or just like random like household things that we'd need. And so that goes to $100 for the household budget. Then we have our baby fund. So we are going to be putting $500 a month right now into our baby fund until we have our emergency fund fully funded at $25,000. Then we'll be dumping as much as possible to the baby fund. But I realize there's just a few things that I will need to start getting for baby. I will be, I think, like 15 weeks pregnant by the time that December hits. And so I'm going to need to get like a few maternity items here soon. I plan to get like a decently nice pair of maternity jeans. Besides that, I have a lot of friends who are gifting me like their maternity clothes, which I'm really thankful for, but I just want to have the money set aside in my budget to allow me the permission to spend on some of these things as they come up during the pregnancy. And besides that, a lot of the other things that we'll be saving for related to baby are going to be for baby supplies and also the labor and delivery costs that I'm expecting in May. I recently did a video sharing how we're budgeting for baby, so if you want to check that out, you can check it out here in the card above and see how we're planning to afford to have a baby in May. And so the total amount that we are saving this month is $4,213.18, which brings the total money that we have allocated this month to $9,095. And that is how much we are bringing in. So that makes this a zero-based budget. As you can see here, the difference is zero. So if you are wanting to start a budget of your own, definitely check out my budget templates on my Etsy shop. Again, I will have the link to those in the description box down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new and you want to learn more about budgeting and follow me along on this pregnancy and budgeting journey. And check out this playlist here for more budgeting videos, and I'll see you over there.